Friends, I'm going to do something today that I have never done, at least not in the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to put God to the test with respect to His Word. You know, He says that my Word will not go out without accomplishing the purpose for which I send it, and my Word is sharper than any two-edged sword, better than anything I could say. So let me just share some words from the Lord that in these days when we are so upset about inflation and our borders being overrun and other things, we might hear what the prophets have said to God's people in the past. Amos chapter 8, 11 through 12. Behold, the days are coming, says the Lord God, that I will send a famine on the land, not a famine of bread nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. They shall wander from sea to sea and from north to east. They shall run to and fro, seeking the word of the Lord, but shall not find it. One of the things that makes me wonder if we are experiencing this famine of the hearing of the word of the Lord is that I realize today I've never heard an expository series on the book of Lamentation in 64 years in evangelical churches. So let me, this morning, just read some selected passages for you from the book of Lamentations as the prophet Jeremiah weeps over the destruction of Jerusalem, God's city. Here's what he says, chapter 1, verses 7 through 9. Jerusalem remembered in the days of her affliction and of her miseries all her pleasant things that she had in the days of old, when her people fell into the hand of the enemy, and none did help her. The adversaries saw her and did mock at her Sabbaths. Jerusalem hath sinned grievously. Therefore she is removed. All that honored her despise her, because they've seen her nakedness. Yea, she sighs and turns backwards. Her filthiness is in her skirts. She remembered not her last end, and therefore she came down wonderfully. Then in chapter 2, the prophet turns to the prophets. Verse 9, he says, the law is no more. Her prophets also find no vision from the Lord, no revelation from the Lord. Verses 14 through 17, your prophets have seen for you false and deceptive visions. They've not uncovered your iniquity to bring back your captives, but have envisioned for you false prophecies and delusions. All who pass by clap their hands at you. They hiss and shake their heads at the daughter of Jerusalem. Is this the city that's called the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All your enemies have opened their mouth against you. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we've swallowed her up. Surely this is the day we've waited for. We've found it. We've seen it. And then the prophet speaks to those who say those things. They've heard that I sigh, but no one comforts me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble. They're glad that you've done it. Bring on the day you have announced, that they may become like me. Let all their wickedness come before you, and do to them as you have done to me. Then there's the word of great hope, with instructions for how to go about having hope. Lamentations chapter 3, verses 21 through 26. This I recall to mind, and therefore I have hope. Through the Lord's mercies we're not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore I hope in him. The Lord is good to those who wait for him, to the soul who seeks him. It is good that one should hope and wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. Thank you for listening.